What would your life look like if you actually went out and did all of the things that you said you would do? What's up, guys? Welcome to my channel. My name is Alexa, and if you're new here, you are hopping in right at the very beginning, and I think that's pretty cool, so welcome. This channel is going to be all about the outdoor life. I'm talking hiking, fishing, hunting, camping, backpacking, traveling, and as well as faith. So let me tell you a little bit about who I am and how I got here. So a little bit about me. I have always loved the outdoors. It's always been a part of my life. I grew up fishing with my dad, hunting with my dad. I'd go, hiking. I always loved being in the forest. I loved camping with my family. I still go camping with my friends now. Somewhere along the lines as I grew up, mostly when I got into high school, I stopped being intentional about putting more time into spending my time in the outdoors. I stopped wanting to go hiking. I stopped wanting to go fishing. I stopped wanting to go hiking or hunting or camping. I stopped putting in as much effort into just all of the things in my life. I stopped pushing myself, and I really just fell into the routine that I set for myself in high school and now college. And I think that a lot of people know what that feels like. You love doing something and you say you want to do something more often. You know it's good for you, but you still kind of let it take a backseat in your life. And that was me. And the past few months, I said I was done with that. I started wanting to spend more time outdoors again. I started going fishing by myself, with my friends, and with my dad. I started going hiking again by myself with other people. I started spending more time in the outdoors. I started going to the gym and eating healthier. And while this means that I had to add maybe little uncomfortable moments into my life, I enjoy hiking, but it can get hard through going to the gym, through eating healthier, but my life is so much better now. I'm getting so much more serious about hiking, and I'm going to get into backpacking this summer. And I am documenting all of it here so you can come along for the ride and experience what it is to be more intentional in life, to really experience what this earth has to offer to us. I'm really already halfway through, a weight loss journey at the moment, so I will maybe have a little bit of content on that. Mostly it's going to be hiking, it's going to be camping, it's going to be, all the activities that kind of surround that type of lifestyle. I'm super excited to share this journey with you guys. I just have felt head over heels through the outdoors. I can't not have that in my life anymore. And a big part of that for me is my faith. I'm a Christian, and I genuinely believe that spending time in God's creation is extremely good for you. There's something spiritual about it for Christians. Even if you're not Christian, spending time in the outdoors, in this beautiful world that we have I just think it's so important for humans, for people. This isn't a faith channel, and I may have some content about it in the future, but it is a part of who I am, so it will probably come up in content. But getting more into that, I think we often think about the physical side of things, especially with like hiking and backpacking, very good for you physically, but I think people should go into the mental side of it more. I mean, when you're on a trail or when you're sitting by rushing water, there's no noise around you. Not getting constant notifications from, school, work, with people in your life. There's no stress that you need to focus on except for what you're doing in that moment. It's just you, maybe a friend you brought along, and whatever is around you. I think it's super rare nowadays for us to be in that type of environment, and I think it's something that people need to be doing more intentionally. I honestly think people are just starving for that type of activity. I know for me that I was just in this routine of wake up, and I'd either go to school or I'd go to work, and I would spend all day either indoors or working on something. Even when I had my free time, I was just inside playing video games maybe, or just sitting, doing nothing. You feel so trapped when you get into the outdoors and you're just in the open world. I mean, it's beautiful. And of course there is the physical challenge to it. Really something about pushing yourself up that trail or catching that fish that was kind of hard to fight. And then you finally get that nice fish, or you get to the top of this trail and you just see this beautiful view of the landscape around you, and you're just surrounded by trees or water and animals. I'm sure most people who are pretty outdoorsy like understand that feeling. Like, it's so hard to explain just how beautiful it is. That feeling is what I'm chasing, and that's what this channel is about. So here's what you can expect from this channel. Everything from the local trails that we have around here in Utah to bigger backpacking trips, maybe in the Uintas. Camping, fishing. I want to go into the gear that I'm buying, as a first-time backpacker. I am literally building my kit from scratch right now. And I only have a few of the items. I do have my boots, so I'll get to see all of that in real time. Go on shopping sprees with me, shop online. I would love to hear recommendations for any backpacks that I'm going to need, any equipment that I'm going to need for backpacking or even hiking or fishing, or if you have like an insane recommendation for hunting or something like that, that would be amazing. I really want to include travel videos in here as well because I do travel pretty often. You can actually look forward to a Washington vlog, probably near the end of the summer, and just honest documentation of what it is like to go from just loving the outdoors and, spending maybe a little bit of time in it to actually making it a very big part of my life. Again, I'm not an expert and I am genuinely figuring all of this out as I go, but I am very excited. I think that is what truly makes this worth watching. I know that some of you guys might be in a similar spot that I was in. I'm committing, and I hope that you guys, if you are stuck in that position, I hope you commit too. I'm super excited to bring you guys along. And if any of this resonates with you, I would be very happy if you joined me. Hit subscribe so you don't miss what's coming. I've got gear shopping coming up. I've got hiking coming up. I've got camping coming up, and I've got some trips planned. It's going to be a good time. And I just want to say thank you guys for watching, and I hope to see you in the next one. Thanks.